Okay, just a quick word on the December logistics phase. Um, the Russians went first. For them, it was a very good thing that they had regenerated Stalin during the logistics phase of November, so that they declared a logistics pause, because otherwise, now they had a logistics value of 6, I believe. The HQs they had on the board were exhausted. They only had Moscow under control and Stalin had 4. So because of snow, it's actually halved unless they have Leningrad and Moscow, but they only have Moscow. So they only had a logistics value of 3, which made their options very limited. They couldn't regenerate all their HQs up to full strength. They only drew 3 reinforcements. Fortunately for them, at least one of them was an HQ, but they haven't drawn Zhukov, and it's highly doubtful they will, because I don't think the Germans will be foolish enough to give up the initiative disc. So the Russians are really hamstrung at the moment. The Germans, on the contrary, had a logistics value of 19 divided by 2 and rounded down. It's not stated anywhere explicitly in the rules that it's rounded down, but there is an example in there, and it's clear that it is in fact rounded down. So they could basically do whatever they like. They except for drawing reinforcements because they have none left, but they managed to restore all HQs up to full strength, and they have quite a few on the board. They couldn't restore all the points, but quite a few. So especially because and the Russians didn't draw any of their November reinforcements, so those very strong units are not there. Of course, they haven't been very lucky with the fact that they did not draw Zhukov at any time during the game. He's still in the draw bag and will most likely remain there, as I said. So the Russians will be very hard pressed to punch a hole in the German defenses. I've decided now that I'm going to try and play with the Blizzard optional rule. Let's see if that's actually going to help the Russians, because that reduces German defensive strength to half and attacking strength to 1/4 of their actual combat value. So let's see if because they will mainly be defending now, and so let's see if the defender's strength is actually halved. That's going to make a big difference. One more thing, I had to look it up, but I couldn't actually find it in the Moscow 41 rulebook. But since I own all games in the trilogy, and Kiev 41 is the most recent one, it is specifically mentioned there that you can activate the leader to activate the leader in the logistics phase, even if it's at heart level and it's not eliminated, it just remains at heart level. Something I couldn't find in the Moscow 41 rulebook, but it was definitely in Kiev 41. So now it's on to the German first impulse of December.